Hmm? Oh, visitors. Hi, I'm the book bee. I'm a little bee, and I read books. It's kind of my thing, you know? Oh, would you look at that? Alliteration. Yeah, that's right. I paid attention in language arts class. So anyways, you actually caught me reading one of the weirdest and probably most bizarre novels I've ever read. The Trial. But today I'm not going to be talking to you about that old piece of junk. I'm actually going to be talking to you about another piece of junk. Franz Kafka. Oh boy, what a depressing fellow this man was. Kafka was born on July 3rd, 1883, in Prague, of Bohemia, which was part of the Austro-Hungarian Empire at the time. But World War I struck, and then it later broke off into Czechoslovakia. And then it split into the Czech Republic and Slovakia in the 90s. Haha, totally radical, my dude. But anyways, back to Kafka. Kafka was born into a Jewish family and was the firstborn and only son of the Kafka household. I mean, like, his parents had, like, two other sons, but they, like, kind of died at birth, so, yeah. This left Kafka with three younger sisters. Speaking about parents, Kafka's relationship with his father wasn't the best, often horrible at times. But we'll get to that in a little bit. What we really want to get into are the themes that Kafka would preach about in his short stories. Kafka would often provide commentary on his outlook of society. He'd often criticize work ethics and even domestic values. Take one of Kafka's most famous books into account, The Metamorphosis, where some dude named Gregor gets turned into a bug and is unable to work anymore. His family is upset about this only because they would be losing their main source of income. Oh, don't worry, pal. Being a bug isn't so bad. Oop. Well, he's dead now. Looks like Gregor got to see what it felt like to be strained by a job so hard that it eventually turned him into a pathetic little bug. I mean, like, I'm not saying I'm a pathetic little bug. Hey man, I'm just reading what's on the script, okay? His parents didn't even care, because they knew Gregor's sister Greg could probably get together with some rich guy, so it's almost like the whole story didn't even matter, furthering the social commentary about workers being insignificant. Wow, what a ripoff. Thanks, Kafka. Later on in Kafka's life, he developed tuberculosis. This made it painful for Kafka to consume anything. And what did he do because of this? Well, this inspired another one of Kafka's short stories known as The Hunger Artist. Basically, Kafka wrote about some dude who was famous for, well, not eating anything for long periods of time. I swear these Kafka stories get weirder and weirder every time. This guy has a lot of recognition at the beginning of his act, but then is limited to only 40 days by his circus master. The artist is upset about this because he feels as if he's unable to show his full potential. Society becomes less and less interested in the man's performance, leaving the hunger artist to realize the paradox that he's gotten himself into. You see, the hunger artist is placed into a world where he's unable to be rewarded for his talent, leaving his existence to be pointless. He's later forgotten about and found nearly dead, and then he's replaced with like a panther or whatever. Kafka's work is almost dreamlike and exaggerated to show how society cripples man in its overly complicated demands to reach success, that it eventually becomes pointless to even try in the end. Remind you of anything in real life? There's a term for this known as Kafkaesque. Yep, this guy was pretty depressing, but he spoke the truth. And now, to lighten things up, I have a little surprise. It's time for What's the Buzz? Featuring the book bee. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Oh, man, you're too kind. Oh, man. Hi, I'm the book bee, and I'll be your host for today. Now, today, we actually want to showcase a little special piece of technology. We actually brought Mr. Kafka back to life. But only for a little bit. After a little while, he will disappear and go back to being dead. We also shrunk him down significantly so that he could fit in our tiny little set. So put your hands together for Franz Kafka!
That am I?
Why, you're in an interview, silly. Welcome to the 21st century!
I see. Looks like I was correct in my prediction that the workplace would eventually turn man into insects.
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that.
Well, what is it that you want to know?
Well, Mr. Kafka, my first question here is, you like jazz?
What is jazz?
Okay. My first real question is, well, I wanted to ask about your relationship with your amazing father.
He wasn't amazing. He was actually quite diabolical.
Oh, well, I mean, I was saying that, like, ironically, so...
My father would take every opportunity he would to humiliate me. I remember one vivid memory where I asked him for a glass of water in the middle of the night, but instead of quenching my thirst, he left me outside of my house the entire night in the cold, harsh rain. It was horrible. I wrote about this in a long letter to him, but unfortunately I was lacking the courage to give it to him. So I gave it to my mother instead. She gave it back to me a few days later, saying that my father did not deserve to read such a thing. She, like I, was lacking the courage to give it to him.
What? What? Who? Yeah, man, that was a great story.
It was so depressing.
Man, jeez, this is awkward. I'm sorry. Do I press the button? Yeah? Okay. Well, anyways, let's change the subject. So, Mr. Kafka, how do you feel about many of your unfinished works being published after your death?
What?
What?
Unfinished works? After death? What are you talking about?
Ooh, was I not supposed to say that? Oop. Man, I just keep on screwing up today, don't I? Ugh.
I gave specific orders to Max Brod to have those books burned after my death. I guess it goes to show that even after death, society still spits in the face of a true genius. I swear, once I find out who... What? What is this?
What's what?
This? Am I being shown to a room full of children?
Well, technically, yes.
Is this my legacy? Just to be shown to a bunch of children?
Well, it looks like our interview with Mr. Kafka is gonna have to be cut a little short, but,
Children! Just know that youth is happy because it has the ability to see beauty. Anyone who keeps the ability to see beauty never grows old.
Oh my goodness!
A book must be the axe for the frozen sea within us. One of the first signs of the beginning of the understanding is the wish to die!
Oh, he's dead now. Well, that was Kafka for you. Well, I'm pretty sure we covered everything, so now I just want to take the time to thank everybody. Thank you, Miss Veronica Rivas, for your cool research and amazing PowerPoint. And thank you, Mr. Daniel Cortes, for animating this video. And thank you, Ms. Zaldivar, for assigning this project over the winter break. Yeah, that's right. Thank you. Yeah, thank you too. Yeah, you. Way in the back. Yeah, the one with the UM hoodie. Yeah, you. Thank you too. I'm the Book Bee. This was Franz Kafka. And I'll see you next time I decide to be a little extra for a school project. I actually don't know if this song is copyrighted or not.